Google just released Firebase Studio, which is a direct competitor to Lovable, Cursor, Visual Studio Code, and all of these coding tools. Really, these news are absolutely amazing. And today we are going to see how we can write code using AI and use Firebase Studio. There are so many capabilities for this tool, and this is probably just the start for Google and coding. I really have high expectations of what this is going to do in the future. So this is a preview of how it looks like. And it's very similar to Visual Studio Code and Cursor in terms of UI. Also, for people that are not specialists in coding and just want to prototype an application, there is this view that is more like a Lovable and V0. So it's a lot more simplified. It's completely free to use for up to 3 workspaces. And if you are part of Google Developer Program, you can get up to 30 workspaces. So this is a very good and fair deal. Of course, it's AI powered by Gemini, and it allows you to create full stack applications across platforms. So let's get started. Let's try it out. This is my first time checking this application out. We will learn it together. Of course, I have seen loads of videos, so I can give you some guidance and see all of the available features. So this is the first screen that we see. We have 2 options: prototype an application or get started coding an application by creating a new workspace or importing a GitHub repository or selecting the type of application we want to create. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one of the usual prompts that we use for this kind of benchmarks. So what we will do is we are going to get started with the prototype option, and we're going to create an SEO optimized web page that teaches people transformer models. We want to make it look nice, modern, and professional. If you have watched my previous videos where we do coding, you know that this is the most usual prompt, and you know how the previous tools made the result look like. And what it says here is out of capacity, so they've got probably loads of problems with the capacity of the servers. So I'm going to use a different direction. We're going to have to go ahead with this Next.js option. So we create a Next.js application, transformers. We're going to use TypeScript. We're going to use App Router, Tailwind, and we are going to hit create. This is a little bit more for people that have coding expertise. Of course, in the future, I will be making more videos on Firebase Studio to cover all of the updates that will be happening to this tool. So what it does right now is setting up the workspace. Then it has to initialize the environment, build it, and finalize it, and we're going to be able to get started coding. This is one of the first times actually that I have seen Google struggle with compute. This is not usual. This is how the Firebase Studio without the prototype version looks like. So essentially what it does, it looks like Visual Studio Code and Cursor. It's like a coding ID. And you can see all of these things here. You can see it is initializing the dependencies, so it will take a little bit of time. You have this split editor view. You've got also these show code actions. So you get specific actions that you can do. You can use this explain selected code option. You can add comments for selected code. You can do anything with the selected code, but also very importantly, you can generate unit tests. This is super important if you're a professional coder. So this is the Gemini tab and this is the web view. So this is a preview of how the website looks like or the application that you build looks like. And this is Gemini. Okay, so we're going to ask it to create this application for us. And here you can see the built-in Gemini model. So we don't know what is the built-in Gemini model used here, probably some kind of Gemini 2.0 Flash. And you can also use your own Gemini API key for the chat. So this is going to probably bring better performance because you use your own key. Now, a lot of people would ask, how can I get this key? You can go to API Studio, which recently got updated. So you go to Google AI Studio, and as we have shown in the past multiple times, you go to get API key and you can copy the key over here. So I'm going to delete actually this key. And I'm going to go ahead here and select Gemini 2.5 Pro. If you come here, you can see that we have 5 requests per minute, 25 requests per day for this Gemini 2.5 Pro preview. So these are very good limits, very useful. And you also got other models that you can use with a lot more requests per day, but I would highly suggest that you use Gemini 2.5 Pro. So let's go ahead here and we can use this, and we have to place the Gemini API key at this slot as we have taken it from AI Studio. So what I wanted to do is write this website. We're going to hit the enter button and it's going to start taking action. Again, there is a big load in terms of compute that is required out of, Google, and Firebase Studio is literally taking the world by storm. So yeah, the first thing it says here is to first let's add the styles. So you can click to review the changes before you do them. So you can see all of the things that will be added. And then by clicking Control Enter, you can accept the update of the file. I'm just going to click it. We can see that the system is not very fast, but I highly expect that in the future, Google is going to bring a dedicated IDE for users that will run natively on our computers. Maybe yes, maybe not, I don't know, but this is such an exciting development. So the next thing is that we want to review and update this app page TSX. So here we can see that it is changing a lot of things. It's creating a transformer page. We can see all of the text that will be get populated, and we can update the file. Pretty easy, guys, pretty easy, nothing insane. Okay, so we move on and we see here I have updated the app page TSX with content for the transformer models. The page now includes an introduction to transformer models, explanations, overview, SEO friendly structure, and basic styling for readability. Alright, so it's supposed to be okay. So if I go here and I hit the refresh button, we can see the website. So this is the website, and it doesn't really feel like a website, but you can also open it up on a new window. This is also an opportunity. So it has like a dedicated link to a cluster. So this is what it spun up. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look amazing. It feels like a little bit of low effort. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Gemini to work more on this, like improve this. I don't know also why there is this kind of duplicated thing going on. Like, what is going on? How can I close this window? Okay, so the next thing that I want to ask Gemini is I want you to create a more detailed website. This feels like a report. So we're going to ask Gemini and Firebase Studio to improve essentially the look of our website, and I will show you some other capabilities that I think are quite amazing that you can use very, very soon. Stay tuned. So while we wait for this generation to happen, I want to inform you that I'm starting a WOP community, which is completely free for you to join. The link for my WOP community will be down below, and here will be a very nice way to have a chat, to have forums, to have all of the links associated with all of the platforms we use. We also have files where I can upload for you all of the materials that we cover on the videos. For example, we have the AI in miniature animal prompt here. We have announcements. It's completely free, and there's also like this spin the wheel that can get you rewards from the official WOP community. You can spin it 8 times per day once. Also, we have a Discord community where we can more freely chat about new things and discuss new developments. So I would be really happy to see you both in WOP and the Discord community. And of course, don't forget, for more free courses, you can check the link down below, NoFX Services courses. Here we've got so many Udemy free courses that I have created for you guys, completely free, no catch at all. And you can also check the AI tool list, find all of the available AI tools that you can use for image, text, coding, deep research, and all of these things. So yeah, make sure to take advantage of these opportunities. Here it tells us that it wants to create a new file. So we're going to create a file. Okay, so it splits into so it will, what it does is it's essentially splitting the concepts and the files into distinct components. I don't know if this is necessary. I don't think, the tool should actually do that. It doesn't make any sense, in all honesty. But let's wait and see what the result will be. It's also really interesting how the model is waiting for us to answer. I really like this interaction. This is essentially human in the loop. Maybe it would make more sense like to move forward on its own, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, it's populating the website, adding more information in each case, and it adds a conclusion. It now is going to update the main file, calling all of the components, and we exceeded the current quota. So yeah, maybe let's go with, I don't know, Gemini 2.0 Pro Experimental. Is this available here? Let's check it out. This is the preview. Okay, so we will go with Gemini 2.0 Plus. Okay, we exceeded the quota. Shit happens. Please continue. Okay, so hopefully it will be able to capture the context. I have created the separate components. Okay, so it says it has finished the job. So let's see the result. Let's hit the refresh button. So the page is refreshing and we have an error, which is on the advanced concepts. Okay, for some reason this was left over here. Oh, this is a very usual mistake in most files. I don't know why this is happening. Maybe it's a mistake of mine. Maybe I clicked something that I shouldn't. Also an introduction, really interesting. Really interesting mistake. Okay, so on applications, there is like, again, this thing. Okay, what is even going on? This is one of the strangest bugs I ever seen. Okay, so here again, oh my God. Okay, so this is the website and it looks a lot better, very in depth, very good looking. I gotta say, this is a very nice result. And here it links to the original paper. That's really nice. Okay, so maybe we can ask it a new request. Okay, so please change the colors to white and blue. Add a pop-up for email and username on submit. Save it to a local database. So we're going to ask it to change the colors and then create a pop-up to get the username and the email so we can do email marketing in the future, and I ask it to spin up a database. So I don't know if it will be able to spin up a database, but it would be so interesting. I don't know why it's trying to add this thing to all of the files. Like, no, I don't want you to add this. No, I don't want. And I don't want this. Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why is it doing this thing? Why is it doing that? No. And very interestingly, I cannot decline like some of the changes. I cannot really decline them. Okay, so I'm going to just let it do its thing. This makes no sense at all. No sense at all. Like, this is the most insane thing I ever seen. Like, why is it doing such silly mistake? What's the problem, man? Like, why do you do this? What is going on, Firebase Studio? And this is really problematic because all of these requests are piling up and you get out of your quota. So no, I'm not going to continue with this. Nope. Let's try and use the built-in model. So please fix the mistakes and do my requested changes. So I'm really interested to see how the built-in model is able to do the things it should do. So hopefully it will start fixing the mistakes the previous model has done. So let's test it out. The experience up to now is not disappointing. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I can understand that it makes sense. So if you select, for example, this header, you can then go ahead and click Show Extra Actions and you can get an explanation of the specific code. So it explains exactly what the code does. You can also do some other cool stuff. So for example, you can go ahead and say add comments for selected code. So it's going to add comments. What file contains this block? Okay, the built-in model is completely idiotic. Yeah. Okay, it's not smart at all. This is a very interesting answer in all honesty. Okay, so what else can we do? The built-in model is absolutely super silly, super old. And you can do anything with the specific code. So make it more in depth. So this is in application. I need a file path to perform this action. Also, it's completely fucked up. I don't know how to like even add the model. This is pretty crap. Yeah. Oh my god. I really didn't expect that. Okay. So I really don't know what to do, guys. Like, okay, so this is not really that amazing at this point. There's so many problems. There's so many problems with this utility. I'm really interested to see if I ask it to write an SEO optimized SPX 500 calculator. I'm really interested to see if it's going to just delete what I have previously created. Could you specify the following? Just a simple calculator. Just do a simple calculator. Could you please specify? Oh my god. Yes, percentage change between two values. Just do the simplest thing, man. It's not that complicated. Okay, so it's preparing the file. Let's check out the result and I'm going to finish with the video. Make sure to join the WOP, guys. Make sure to join the WOP. Okay, so we're going to update this file. I don't think we're going to see something amazing, but it's fine with me. Okay, so it updated this file. We can do like a reload of the page and we have an error, which is use state. What the fuck? What's the problem? What's the issue? I don't get it. Okay, so it needs to have like use client. I'm going to write it on my own. I don't care. Like, who cares? Just take this use client. Oh my god, what is going on? Import React from React. Come on, like, this is a very simple application. Okay, so it created the application, initial value, final value, percentage change. Okay, doesn't look bad. I guess it can create a simple application. It could also create the transformer page, but I think the result was quite disappointing. The whole workflow having to, put an API key to get a good model. But I think this is a good step to the right direction. Again, this is like the first 24 hours of this release, so there will be probably a lot of problems and a lot of things to fix. But I think this is a good step to the right direction for Google. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you on the next video. Bye.